What if the world's most powerful financial institution tried to outsmart 53 African nations, only to be stopped by one man who read the fine print? During a major African Union summit, a quiet document was distributed, an IMF rescue package promising aid, growth, and recovery. Leaders applauded, cameras flashed, and hope filled the room. Then, Captain Ibrahim Traoré rose, holding a single page and speaking with fire. He revealed a buried clause no one had noticed, one that threatened Africa's resources, its sovereignty, and its power, handing them to unelected foreign officials. The room froze. Some were stunned, others furious. They hadn't read it. Looking each leader in the eye, Traoré asked, "Will we sign away our future again?" What followed triggered a political shockwave across Africa and rocked the IMF. "We now move to the key agenda of this emergency summit," the moderator declared, "the proposed IMF recovery framework for African stabilization. I invite the IMF's lead negotiator." IMF official. "Thank you, distinguished leaders. This framework provides sustainable debt relief, structural support, and long-term fiscal alignment, a new chapter for the continent." President of Kenya. "It appears solid. Our advisors support it. We're ready." President of Senegal. "Agreed. The terms suit our present challenges." Ibrahim Traoré. "Before we proceed, I request the floor." Moderator. "Captain Traoré, you may speak." Traoré. "Brothers, sisters, last night my team and I studied the fine print, not the headlines." President of Ghana. "Is there a concern?" Traoré. "Yes. Page 231, footnote C, subsection 7, conditional sovereign adjustments." IMF official. "That's standard technical phrasing." Traoré. "Let me read it. In exchange for fiscal support, recipient nations shall restructure state-owned mineral, energy, and agricultural assets under international privatization frameworks, subject to external oversight." Murmurs filled the room. President of Angola. "That wasn't in our briefing." Traoré. "It was hidden, counting on us to sign blindly again." IMF official. "It ensures transparency and efficiency." Traoré. "No, it guarantees foreign control. You want access to our land, crops, and power in return for loans dressed as lifelines." President of Nigeria. "Is this true? External oversight?" IMF official. "Yes, but only temporarily." Traoré. "And how long is temporary? 5 years? 10? A generation?" President of Ethiopia. "Why weren't we informed?" IMF official. "These terms are standard globally." Traoré. "Then hear me clearly. Burkina Faso will not trade its rivers, its gold, or its farmers' futures to finance someone else's vision of development." AU moderator. "Are you urging us to reject the proposal?" Traoré. "I'm urging us to read what we sign, to ask who benefits." President of Rwanda. "Why reveal this publicly?" Traoré. "Because the people deserve truth, not secrecy, but sovereignty." IMF official. "If Burkina Faso refuses, it may lose eligibility." Traoré. "Then so be it. We may grow slower, but it will be on our terms." Pausing, he asked, "Is this the Africa we promised our people?" President of South Africa. "Let's verify before reacting." Legal advisors. South African advisor. "Yes, sir. The clause is there. If signed, international oversight boards will be appointed." President of Kenya. "Appointed by whom?" Advisor. "By them, South Africa, by IMF-aligned representatives and partner states, mostly from outside the continent." President of Kenya. "So, we lose the right to decide how we manage our own resources?" Ibrahim Traoré. "Not just manage, we lose ownership. A farmer can't feed his children if his land is leased to someone 10,000 kilometers away." President of Uganda. "Why would they hide such a clause?" IMF official. "Nothing was hidden. The document was available." Ibrahim Traoré. "Hidden in legal fog is still hidden. Most leaders rely on summaries, and you know that." President of Benin. "We should have been briefed transparently." This isn't how partners behave. President of Cameroon. They don't see us as partners, they see us as assets. President of Tanzania. Or liabilities they must control. IMF official. These reactions are unfortunate. We offer stability, not exploitation. Ibrahim Traoré. No. You're offering a leash made of spreadsheets and debt. President of Egypt. So, what do you propose? Reject the deal entirely. Ibrahim Traoré. We build alternatives. Regional banks, intra-African trade, investment in our own people, not foreign signatures. President of Mali. It'll be slower, riskier. Ibrahim Traoré. Freedom always is. But I'd rather struggle freely than prosper under control. President of Senegal. And if we walk away, what message does that send? Ibrahim Traoré. It tells the world Africa is done being silent. It tells our children we chose dignity. President of Liberia. I never imagined we'd even have this conversation. President of Zimbabwe. And yet, here we are. Awake at last. IMF official. You must understand, rejection has consequences. Ibrahim Traoré. So, does obedience. We've obeyed for 60 years. Where has it taken us? President of Rwanda. What if we delay signing and demand revisions? President of Niger. Yes, a united statement from all 53 nations. No clause, no deal. Ibrahim Traoré. That would be historic. And just. AU moderator. Are we proposing a collective stand? President of Chad. If we walk alone, they isolate us. If we walk together, they can't ignore us. President of Gabon. I support it. President of Mozambique. So do I. President of Algeria. Let's stand as one. Ibrahim Traoré. Then let today be the day we stop signing our chains and start forging our future. AU moderator. Very well. A formal motion is on the table to suspend ratification of the IMF deal, pending full review and renegotiation. All in favor? Chorus of voices. Aye.